The world's southernmost continent remains its greatest enigma, a land of perpetual ice and blinding white. Antarctica is larger than Europe, yet it is the least understood place on Earth. Official narratives speak of scientific research and international cooperation. But whispers and shadows tell a different story, one of secrets buried deep beneath the ice sheet. This story begins not with modern explorers, but with ancient cartographers. The Piri Reis map, compiled in 1513, presents a baffling puzzle. It appears to show the northern coast of Antarctica, a landmass not officially discovered for another 300 years. More disturbingly, the map depicts this coastline free of ice. How could a 16th century admiral know of this land's true topography? Opponents of the conspiracy believe the map was based on far older source materials. They suggest it is evidence of a forgotten epoch, a time when Antarctica was habitable. Perhaps it was home to a civilization long since lost to the mists of time. This civilization, they claim, was technologically advanced beyond our comprehension. The narrative then jumps forward to the turbulent years before the Second World War. In 1938, Nazi Germany launched a secret expedition to the frozen continent. Publicly, it was a mission to secure whaling grounds and test equipment. Secretly, its objectives were far more ambitious and esoteric. The expedition claimed a vast territory, naming it Neuschwabenland. They discovered ice-free areas, warmed by geothermal springs. Within these warm valleys, they reportedly found enormous, unnatural caves. Legend of Base 211 was born from these supposed discoveries. Theorists believe the Nazis used this remote location to build a hidden sanctuary. It was a base for developing Wunderwaffen, or wonder weapons. Some say it was a refuge for the Nazi elite after their inevitable defeat. The war ended, but the mystery of Antarctica only deepened. In 1947, the United States launched Operation High Jump, a massive naval deployment to Antarctica. Led by the famous Admiral Richard E. Byrd, it was described as a scientific and training mission. The operation involved over 4,700 men, an aircraft carrier, and numerous ships and aircraft. This was an unusually large force for a simple scientific endeavor. The mission was scheduled to last for 6 months, but was abruptly terminated after only 8 weeks. Official reports cited worsening weather conditions. However, Admiral Byrd's alleged private journal tells a different, terrifying story. He spoke of encountering a new enemy that could fly from pole to pole at incredible speeds. His forces were reportedly attacked by disc-shaped craft that emerged from the water. These craft moved with a maneuverability that defied known physics. The operation suffered significant and unexplained losses of aircraft and personnel. Upon his return, Byrd was allegedly debriefed in secret and sworn to silence. He warned that the United States needed to prepare for a possible invasion from the polar regions. His public statements were muted, but the fear in his eyes was said to be unmistakable. The next major development was the Antarctic Treaty of 1959. This treaty declared the continent a scientific preserve, free from military activity. All territorial claims were suspended, and cooperation was mandated. Conspiracy theorists see this not as a peace treaty, but as a cover-up. They argue it was an agreement by world powers to contain a threat they could not defeat. The treaty effectively locked down the continent, restricting independent travel and exploration. Why was such a valuable landmass, rich in resources, suddenly placed off limits? The era of satellite imagery added new fuel to the fire. In 2001, a satellite anomaly revealed a massive object deep beneath the ice of Lake Vostok. This magnetic anomaly was far larger than any known natural formation. Russian drilling operations at the lake were immediately and mysteriously halted. Then came the images of pyramids, seemingly poking through the ice. Geologists dismissed them as natural rock formations called nunataks. But their symmetry and alignment seemed too perfect to be coincidental. Google Earth enthusiasts began finding other strange anomalies. Were images that looked like massive entrances to underground facilities. Some showed what appeared to be crashed flying saucers, half buried in ancient ice. A strange, elongated skull was allegedly found, unlike any known human lineage. Each discovery was officially debunked, but the questions lingered. Whistleblowers began to emerge, claiming to have worked on secret Antarctic projects. They spoke of joint human and extraterrestrial research bases. They described ancient ruins preserved in vast, bomb caverns beneath the ice. These ruins were said to be millions of years old, predating humanity itself. Technology found there was allegedly the basis for our modern technological leap. Is Antarctica a frozen wasteland, or is it a carefully guarded secret? Are the strange satellite findings just tricks of light and shadow? Or are they the tips of a civilization so vast it beggars belief? The continent is a place of extreme cold, but it generates heated debate. Governments of the world maintain a unified, placid silence on the matter. This silence, to the conspiracists, is the most damning evidence of all. They believe a great truth is being hidden from humanity. A truth about our origins, our technology, and our place in the cosmos. Perhaps the greatest secret is not that we are alone in the universe. Perhaps the secret is that we have never been alone at all. The ice in Antarctica is, on average, over a mile thick. It is a perfect medium for preservation, locking away history in a deep freeze. What if it preserves more than just air bubbles and dust from millennia past? The theory of a hollow Earth often connects with Antarctic lore. Some believe there is a massive opening at the South Pole, a gateway to an interior world. Admiral Byrd is sometimes quoted as having flown into this opening. He supposedly found a land of green valleys, strange animals, and a lost civilization. This inner world was populated by a tall, fair-haired race. They warned him about the surface world's path of self-destruction. This tale is often dismissed as a fabrication, a diary that never existed. Yet it persists, woven into the fabric of the great Antarctic conspiracy. Modern science continues its work, mapping the subglacial landscape. They use ice-penetrating radar and seismic sensors. Every new mountain range and valley they find is another piece of the puzzle. What if they are mapping the ruins of a city without realizing it? What if the natural formations are the eroded stumps of colossal structures? The sheer cost and difficulty of exploring Antarctica keep it shrouded in mystery. Only governments and major corporations can afford to operate there. This creates a monopoly on information, a perfect environment for secrets to fester. The personnel who work there are bound by strict non-disclosure agreements. They see things they cannot speak about, anomalies they are told to ignore. A strange green light that pulses in the sky when there should be none. Radio signals that follow intelligent, complex patterns but have no known source. Seismic readings that suggest the movement of massive objects beneath the ice. Each is explained away as a natural phenomenon, an equipment malfunction, or a misinterpretation. But the stories accumulate, passed in hushed tones and remote research stations. The tales speak of no-fly zones that are not on any official map. They mention the Watchers, beings or drones that observe all activity on the continent. The official story of Antarctica is one of heroic exploration and scientific discovery. It is a story of humanity's quest for knowledge in the harshest environment on Earth. The unofficial story is a tapestry of conspiracies, woven together with threads of fear and wonder. It suggests that we are latecomers to this planet, and the real owners are still here. They may be sleeping under the ice, waiting for the world to be ready for their return. Or perhaps they are actively hiding, protecting us from a truth we are not prepared to handle. The ice is a barrier, a curtain, a quarantine. The Antarctic Treaty was not to protect the continent from us. It was to protect us from the continent. This is the ultimate Antarctic conspiracy. It is not about hidden bases or lost civilizations in the past. It is about a living, breathing presence that resides there now. The truth, as they say, is out there, in Antarctica. It is just buried under a few miles of ice. The early explorers faced unimaginable hardship. They wrote of the continent's haunting beauty and profound silence. This silence, some say, was not always empty. They heard low-frequency hums that the wind could not explain. These were dismissed as the groaning of glaciers or tricks of a tired mind. But the reports were surprisingly consistent across different expeditions. The German expedition in 1939 was meticulously planned. They used Dornier flying boats to survey vast territories quickly. The mission leader, Alfred Richer, was a seasoned polar explorer. His official report speaks only of scientific success, but his unpublished letters allegedly hint at discoveries that were world-altering. After Operation High Jump, the US military maintained a presence in Antarctica. Operation Deep Freeze continued the mission under a scientific guise. During the International Geophysical Year of 1957, multiple nations established bases. This sudden international interest was, to some, highly suspicious. Was it a race for science, or a race to control the secrets buried there? The Antarctic Treaty solidified this strange, cooperative lockdown. No industrial activity, no military maneuvers, no nuclear testing. It is the only continent on Earth governed by such a peaceful, restrictive pact. This unique status only makes it a greater magnet for conspiracy. The ice holds the secrets, and the ice does not talk. But if it ever began to melt, the world might learn it was a prison wall, not a wilderness preserve.